If you can't come in her, come on her. Yeah! Hey, Suanna. Suanna.
She's not listening.
You need to come up. You need to listen to your nana. Go ahead, baby.
6 o'clock.
Man, that is crazy. Makeup is absolutely insane. Welcome back to the channel. In case you've been living under a rock, of course you've probably seen this Druski skit that he recently posted. Maybe a day or two or 3 days ago, maybe, and it's kind of going viral because of the makeup. He is playing the all-American country redneck. I guess you can say white trash. Let's just keep it a buck. This was so this was so well put together. And if you didn't know who Druski was and you just seen this skit just randomly, you could have thought that this was an actual white guy. Whoever did his makeup was immaculate. Like even the hints of red around the shoulders and around the neck, that's crazy. It's like you've been wearing the wife beater all day and you've been out in the sun, cutting the grass, whatever. This is a very accurate depiction of some white people. Let's just keep it a buck. I'm from the South. I'm from a very, very southern state. And I've seen this depiction in real life quite often. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this just to get to some of the I think the parts of the skit that could be deemed, I guess, really, really, really negative in regards to these group of people.
Girl, you crazy now.
She pulled off that like a blunt though. Okay, so this is ridiculous. So number one, I'm assuming this is something that racist people did back in the day, like spit at the feet of black people, racist white folks. I don't know, spit at the feet of black people. I don't know. I've never had my feet spat at by anybody, so I'm not sure. Have I seen racism before? Absolutely, I've seen racism. Do I see it every day? No, I don't see it every day. But I've never had my feet spat at by anybody, so I'm not sure how that works. But it was a few times in this skit that he was just like, "Yo, you lost, boy." Like it was real. It was real, kind of taking it back on some Jim Crow shit. But I can see how some people might get offended when they see this depiction of like the Southern pride, country, rural white person. I get it. Got the American flag tatted on across his heart, on top of his heart. That's Chris. That's Chris. Don't tread. What is it? Don't tread on me on the arm. That is crazy. So I can see how this could be offensive. Now, my take on this is from a comedian standpoint. Say what you will about Druski. He's in this comedic lane. Now, he's not your typical comedian. No, he didn't go down that road. I don't even know if he's ever done stand-up or anything like that before. But he's in this comedic role. He's in this comedic lane. When you look at these skits, these skits by the Druskis, whomever that is popularizing these skits, you kind of got to look at them from a comedian lens, from a comedic standpoint, first and foremost. I'm not saying that people are not allowed to be offended. You can be offended if you want to be offended, or if you are offended. I can't say no. You can't be offended by that. It's a joke. But what I'm saying is, if you're looking at it from a comedic lens, then it's either funny or not funny to you. Now, I've been to a few comedy shows in my day, and just went to one recently. Me and the missus, we went and saw Marlon Wayans, and one of the things that they said before the show started was, if you are easily offended, you should leave right now. So when I see skits like this, and even if it's reversed, if I see skits that are you're kind of feeding into black stereotypes, I look at it from a comedic lens. If it's coming from somebody that is trying to be funny and not offensive, I look at it from a comedic lens. Is it funny or not funny? If I don't think it's funny, then I'm looking deeper. Okay, well, this shit is just not funny. I don't know. Maybe they're creating this just to be controversial. Now, I don't think anything that Druski does, I don't think he does it to specifically be controversial. I don't know. I don't know him personally, so I can't sit here and say that. But I don't think he does any of his skits or anything to be controversial. We've seen Druski in all different walks of life. He has the key to every door. I don't know how he has the green light to do a lot of these things in a lot of help. I don't know, the NPCs that are in his videos, I guess they play along with him, or maybe they don't even know that they're a part of a skit. Now, the lady that was sitting on his lap, I'm sure she knew she was a part of it, but I don't know how all of that works, how he's able to, the pull that he has. And there's a few other guys that do skits like this too, that has pull like this. But I don't think he does it to elicit laughter. Now, if you don't think this is funny, that's one thing. I get it. I understand it. It might not be your cup of tea when it comes to comedy. I understand that. Now, what I've been seeing on Twitter is people, white people, who see this, and they may not take this as offensive, but they might say, okay, well, since Druski can cosplay as a white guy, he can do whiteface, then it should be okay for us to do blackface. Now, hold your horses now. Now, the only thing that I can say about that is, and let's be completely 100. You can do whatever it is you want to do. If you want to go blackface, by all means, go blackface. That might be consequences or an effect to your cause if you decide that you want to go blackface. We'll play a little bit more of this, but all in all, what I'm saying is that there's a history that is connected to blackface, and I don't have to go into depth. Most people are aware of what is attached to blackface, the history that is behind that. I don't think whiteface is actually a thing, and I honestly don't think that white people as a whole really care a whole lot about this skit. A lot of white people probably don't even know who Druski is. So I just want to play a little bit more of this, and I mean, to be honest, I thought it was kind of funny. I wouldn't just rolling on the floor laughing, but let's play a little bit more of this.
Hey, Big Ma. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? Good. All right, now.
The makeup is crazy. Whoever did the makeup is. See, I wonder if those people knew that.
Hey, you lost, boss? No, I'm going to the race. What race? NASCAR race. You going to NASCAR? Yes, sir. A little bit.
That's crazy. That's crazy. We don't have to watch no more of that. But all I'm saying is that was very, very accurate. Now, one thing that I can remember, and I don't remember everything in particular, and I'll wrap this up here in a minute. I'll link the video down below. If you haven't watched it, you can watch the whole video in its entirety. I remember not too long ago, I think, what's my man's name? Andrew Schultz. I think he had some comments about like black women and the black woman's experience. Like, I guess if a white guy dates a black girl, how it is or whatever. I don't want to butcher it or whatever, but I think that there was some conversations back and forth about what he said about black women, and people were up in arms about it. But it was kind of feeding into some of the stereotypes that are attached to black people or black women in general. And let's be completely honest, some of those stereotypes are true. Now, I know people kind of get up in arms about hearing about certain stereotypes coming from individuals that are not a part of that community. I don't even know if it's necessarily that. I think it's when people hear things that might be true and it might apply to them, they don't necessarily want to hear that, because then it forces them to look in the mirror. And I think a lot of that, if there is any backlash from individuals who might look like the character that Druski is playing in this skit, they might feel a certain type of way because they're looking at it like, damn, is that what I look like? Is that how I talk? Is that how I act? And it might make them feel some type of way. I know Druski played a um a, a white urban individual hanging out in the hood with the YNs. And I'm not sure if that was as much backlash as this video was, but I didn't remember hearing a whole lot of backlash about that one. And I don't know if that was because he was playing into the black stereotypes. I don't know. I don't really want to make this a whole racial video, but I just thought that I would, just do a little slight commentary about this because I didn't find it offensive, but again, this is not a video that would offend me even if I was easily offended. And to say that, okay, well, since he can do this, then I can do blackface. And I mean, we saw what's my man Robert Downey Jr. He literally did it in Tropic Thunder, and there was talks about that too. People talked about that too. Some people were offended about that too. But I mean, it was a movie. He played a movie. He played a role. I wasn't offended. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the whole Druski situation in the comments below. I appreciate you watching the video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up on your way out the door. I appreciate you again for watching the video. Sorry I was gone for a couple days. Don't get older. Don't hurt your back. Whatever you do, don't hurt your back. Don't get older. Be young forever. Forever young. See you on the next one.